One Piece chapter 979 is out, and you can read it on the Shonen Jump app or the Shonen Jump website. I'll leave a link in the description. By the way, can I just say all the chapters from Shonen Jump this week have been really good, especially My Hero Academia. That spread was so good. Promised Neverland and the Doctor Stone chapter, they were all brilliant, and One Piece was pretty good as well this week. And let's just start with One Piece, shall we? Because this is a One Piece channel. Now let's start off with the cover page, and it's not beige, it's not Lola chiffon, it's actually the Tontaras. They're just patrolling around Dressrosa, probably came back from the Reverie, or they're already back and they're just traveling around Dressrosa, and they see a Todd ship. And on that Todd ship is none other than Pound. Now, the Willow P lives on, what can I say? I really hope Pound is just a corpse on the ship. I don't know how he would have got there, but it just ruins the emotional weight of Pez crying over Pound and the whole moment with Lola. Wait, not Lola, Chiffon. I get them mixed up. Chiffon, and not finding out the father and everything. And yeah, it was just a beautiful moment. And if Pound is alive, then yeah, it's a sticky one, that one. So we start off the chapter with the narrator just talking about the attitude of Orochi now that he thinks that he has completely ruined the plan of the vassals, and he is just having the time of his life. Like, he's got women surrounding him, he's drunk off his ass, he's probably been the most happiest he's been in 20 years. He was probably uneasy, like he was uneasy for 20 years straight. I can't even imagine that, to be honest. And we see that Kanjuro was actually sending him messages via a bird, and we'll get onto that a little bit later on, but keep that in mind. He was sending messages to Orochi about the movements of the Nine Red Scabbards and where they were at, and all the whole prophecy thing and the 20 years thing. That's why he was so adamant about it. Next we see our forces on Onigashima. We see Kinemon leading the Eastern Force with Shishilian, Ocho, the Jubuemon, Giovanni, the Minx, and Denjiro leading the Southern Forces with I don't know which that Mink is, Hyogoro, Watape, and that one samurai that was wanting to fight alongside the Kozuki. And we see that little interaction with the old guy saying, if it was 20 years ago I would have fought, but I'm too old now. And then we see Lost Submarine taking Kawamatsu, Beppo, Sachi, Penguin, Ashura Doji, Inuarashi, Raizo, and the giant they got on Sawabody around the island, like taking a shortcut into Kaido's castle right at the back of Onigashima's skull. Meanwhile, Kinemon's prediction actually came true. Kanjuro has not been able to report to Orochi and Kaido just yet. He is actually lost in like a labyrinth type of thing inside the Onigashima skull. It seems like they have carved the skull into like a maze to trap opponents and trap enemies. So yeah, Kanjuro doesn't know about how to get to the castle. You would think that one of the Onibawanchu or the Mimiwarigumi would try to escort him there. You would think that they would know about the whole ploy of Kanjuro being a double spy, double agent for Orochi. I don't know, this is a bit of a iffy situation for me. Can't Kanjuro just make a bird like he did before? Does Kanjuro have to know the location, precisely the location where Orochi is, to send the bird? I don't know, it's just a bit of a weird situation that Oda has created. And then you've also got Momo there tied up with a rope with a scarf across his mouth. Then he's eyeing up a dagger that's fallen off the floor from one of the beast pirates that Kanjuro has defeated, and looks back up at Kanjuro himself. So what is he gonna do? Is he gonna just use the knife to free himself? Is he gonna hurt Kanjuro? Is he gonna commit seppuku? I don't know, but a big Momonosuke moment incoming. It's gonna be great. We finally get a Straw Hat bonding moment. Frankie pulls out all his mech type of things. You've got the Black Rhino FRU-4 and you got the Brachio Tank 5. These things haven't been pulled out in a while. Like the last time he pulled them out were in Fishman Island, and then after that he's just been calling them, making them into the Frankie Shogun. So we are definitely going to see the Frankie Shogun this arc. But it's nice to see these smaller vehicles being used from Frankie's arsenal, because we haven't seen them in a while. And he says that he's made improvements, but it doesn't look like there are any improvements there. You have this such funny scene. Luffy says to the crew, "Oh, I need to catch Kid because Kid doesn't know Kinemon's plan, and that he'll ruin everything." And all the Straw Hats are like, "No, Luffy is going to ruin everything." And then Zoro has disappeared as well. Zoro says, "Oh, Luffy's going to ruin everything. I'll go catch him. I won't get lost." And then the crew goes, "No, Zoro's gonna get lost the first time." Oh my god. It's just a cool crew dynamic that I missed a lot. This like pre-time skip comedy is great, it's great. There's a Sanji simping moment as well, trying to get into the Brachio tank with Chopper, Nami, Shinobu as well. I don't know why he wants to get in there, and Kara as well, but Usopp is there because Usopp is the only one that's able to drive the Brachio tank, so yeah. And then Frankie offers Robin a ride on the Black Rhino. Is that what it's called? Yeah, the Black Rhino. And Brook jumps in, so Brook cock blocks Frankie and Robin. Come on, Brook, why are you doing that to the fans, man? Frankie and Robin are like one of the best ships in One Piece, in my opinion. Either Frankie and Robin, Koala and Sabo, or Robin and Law. Those are my favorite ships, to be honest. Frankie and Chopper ride off on their respective vehicles, and Sanji offers Robin a ride on top of the tank, and Robin declines. And so it's Robin and Jinbei having a casual stroll through Onigashima to the enemy bases. And can I just say, Jinbei's outfit is not very secretive. It's just so funny, man. Like, you've literally got the sun tattoo around your chest and you're a blue fisherman. Like, Kaido doesn't recruit fish. Well, Jack is a fisherman. Kaido, oh my god, it's just such a funny outfit. And they have a very mature conversation, you know, as the older people of the crew. They're just having a little stroll on Onigashima, having a mature conversation. Then you hear a rustle, and then you see a silhouette. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it would have been a silhouette? Who could this be? I mean, it could be anyone really. It could be Kaido's son. We find out some things about him in this chapter, so it could be him. And then we get a double page spread of the Tobiropo meeting with Kaido. And this interesting panel here that Sasaki says, "I don't want to drink with scrubs, I only want to drink with you." So he has some sort of respect for Kaido, but he doesn't seem to have any respect for the people under Kaido, which is interesting because him and Who's Who are some peculiar characters in the Tobiropo, so we'll get into that. So apparently it wasn't Kaido that summoned the Tobiropo, it was actually King that summoned the Tobiropo. So we kind of get like the dynamic between the ranks with King, with the All-Stars and the Tobiropo. Who's Who and Sasaki seem to kind of disobey, well, not listen to the All-Stars, the one rank above them. And we find out that Sasaki and Who's Who are former pirate captains, or captains of their own crew, former ex-captains. And I think that really shows how strong these guys are. These are probably the top 2 strongest people in the Tobiropo right now. And think about it, Kaido only recruits strong people into their crew. Like, Kaido wants to recruit Kid, Luffy, Ashura Doji, Denjiro. He wants to recruit these people and make the strongest crew possible. So it makes sense why he would recruit Sasaki and Who's Who. It just speaks to the volume of strength and capabilities. And even who says it? We only got up this high because of our meritocracy, because of our strength. And these two people, Sasaki and Who's Who, are aiming for a lead performer rank or a calamity rank. King explains why he summoned the Toby Roper, and he says that I summoned them because I got tipped off about your problem. I thought they might be needed, and Kaido's problem is the disappearance of his son Yamato. So what Kaido offers the Toby Roper is that if they can find Yamato, he will then allow the All-Stars to fight one of the Toby Roper, or one of the Toby Roper to fight the All-Stars for the rank. And Jack and King have no issues about that at all. So it seems like in the Beast Pirates, you are put in a rank depending on your strength, and you can carry on going up the ranks because of your strength. If you're stronger, you can go up. There's a limit to it. To get an All-Stars position, you have to defeat an All-Star, but Kaido has to decree you basically have to ask for permission from Kaido for the fight to take place. You can't just go and fight King or fight Jack, you know. So it's just to prevent infighting. And another thing, Kaido doesn't want too many Conqueror's Haki users on his crew because it reminds him of Rocks, and Rocks had like 5 or 6 Conqueror Haki users, like not even that, like I think most of them were Conqueror Haki users. So he probably knows and learned from his captain's mistakes and trying to build the strongest crew while maintaining the number of Conqueror Haki users in his crew. Get to meet a new headliner called Boa Huang, and obviously Boa Huang is a card game, a Chinese card game. You could have probably guessed because of the name. And if you look at Boa Huang's like face mask thing, it's got an eye on it, and Who's Who's tattoo on his chest has got like an eye on it. It's a very similar eye, but it's not the same eye. So I'm just wondering if they're part of the same crew. Anyway, Boa Huang basically lists off everything that is going to happen this fire festival. So, and these are all important in their own regards because this is basically Oda's way of telling us how the arc is going to shape up and what's going to happen. So first you got Master Queen showing on the Golden Festival stage. So he's doing that right now. He's basically singing. And then you got all the calamities and Fukurokuju of the Onebawanchu having a toast. Then Shogun Orochi and Kaido will give a speech. Then the Big Mom pirate ship will arrive, which doesn't make sense because the Big Mom pirate ship is already there. The head ship, Queen Mama Shanta, is already there. Or are they waiting for the other ship from Whole Cake Island? If they come, if Katakuri, Cracker, Oven, all those guys come, Whole Cake Island is basically undefended. So I'm wondering, what does that mean? And when that happens, Kaido and Big Mom will formally announce the strongest pirate crew alliance. That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be funny because as soon as they form the alliance, it's gonna be taken down by Luffy and Kid. Oh, the pirate alliance. No wait, the Pirate Samurai Ninja Alliance, something like that. So Pirate Samurai Ninja and Mink Alliance. And then finally Kaido will have a big announcement involving his son Yamato. And that's why they need to find him. The general consensus of what Kaido's announcement could be is a marriage pact between Yamato and one of Big Mom's children, because they are forming the Pirate Alliance, and the special announcement involves Yamato, so it just makes sense that it's a Pirate Alliance and a Pirate marriage, sorry. Because emperors will use marriage as a means to build power and create alliance in the past basically. So yeah, it's probably a marriage most likely. Big Mom has a history of marrying people or marrying her children to other people or the kings to increase her power as well. So the final moments of the chapter, we cut back to the banquet where Queen is still performing. We see Luffy there. So Luffy actually recognizes Queen and he's looking for Kid, and he's just on top of the drunk Beast Pirate members and he's just asking him where Kid is, well, where Jaggy is, because he gives weird names to people. And then he's about to eat food where a barrel of Oshiruko falls on top of him, and then he remembers Otama and her struggles of getting food, all people in Bakura district, and he gives this menacing glare, and that's where the chapter ends. What a great ending, to be honest. Like, and there's break next week as well, so yeah. Overall, the chapter was great. We got some exposition on how Beast Pirates work, how Beast Pirates ranks work. We got some amazing crew dynamics with Jinbei joining the crew as well, and it was just an overall fun chapter to read. Like, this is how One Piece should be, with comedy, with serious moments, with a dope cliffhangers, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Share the video if you like the video, and yeah, peace. Stay safe, guys.